핸섬 소세지.
Okay, everybody, we're back with another BTS reaction. Today we're checking out Aliens. This probably is one of the most mentioned tracks from this album, from y'all, actually. A lot of you wanted us to get to Hooligan and Aliens. Hooligan we did last time. Aliens we're doing it this time. This is track number 3. We got the lyrics video here with us today. This is the most viewed lyrics video, so hopefully it's better than the other ones. As long as they don't get the parts wrong, I think it's okay, because for translation, we're here to actually help you out because we speak Korean. Right now we're going through the album one by one, track by track, and from time to time we do react to extra stuff like the dance practice video or music video, making behind more applicable. And of course we'll be getting to the full Arirang performance as well. For all that, check out our Patreon page. The link will be in the description below. Otherwise, let's check out what Aliens is all about and talk about it.
All right, sounds strong, man.
Yeah,
let's go. 3, 2, 1, click.
Right. Ooh, wow. Straight to the point.
I think we're gonna have to check back the original audio for this, because this sounds quite... Oh my God, do I look too funny? Just move for me, yeah, move for me. Love J-One.
Yo,
that harmony.
Yo, the line. Wow.
Oh my God, they're killing with falsettos.
Could take notes.
That's an interesting vocal mix.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a recurring pattern for this album.
Hey.
Wow.
It goes, let me honey talk about the business. Everybody know now where the cake is. 어디까지 가니 이런 제길 저주하니 아직 흉측대길 다른 기구 생일 태우고 영원 또 나밖에 못해봐. That is how we kill. No matter 허벌하게 큰 너희가 말하길 A different rap.
Hey, I love that. Yo, this is my favorite part, man.
Oh my God, do I look too funny?
Gosh.
Just move for me, yeah, move for me.
The falsetto.
If you wanna hit my house, you better bust a line.
Woo!
Yeah, it'll try to wait. Aliens. 해는 동쪽에서 rising. Aliens. Every minute, every day. More than everybody get. 매일 밤 every day. Yeah, we're living that. Aliens. Aliens.
Ooh. God, the mix. Ooh. I love this.
Wow, the ending was so strong. Wow. Yo, and if you think about it, this is one of the most repetitive songs that I've ever heard. Because just this instrumental wise, but they did not make it boring at all. Wow.
Okay, before we talk about anything, you were talking about checking out the original audio.
The quality was off. Yep, it's way more clear.
Okay, give us a minute. We're gonna re-listen.
Even the instrumental placement seemed a bit different.
It can't be a different track, but because of the quality, maybe it feels
because it was a lot more compressed and it was less clear. There's no way that the placement of the instrument is different, like you said, but that's what it feels like. Maybe just because it was made by Michael made it. It has similarities with 2.0 compared to the other tracks. It didn't have like pop structure as well. It was really heavy.
I mean, structurally, what was interesting is that post-chorusy part, it almost felt like verse 2 at first until you realize there's a separate verse. And then they didn't have any bridge or anything like that, but they did have an outro which I really loved. I think that was one of the strongest
that
parts.
thing was crazy. Yeah,
of the track. This one's interesting because we've seen different tracks named aliens or talking about alien or using that idea to talk about how alienated someone feels or something like that. But it's slightly different because this one feels a lot more aggressive and maybe tongue-in-cheek as well. Because yes, they are referring to themselves as aliens, but they're also looking back at the time when everybody was regarding them as aliens. You guys actually called us aliens. We never said we were aliens. They're now like at this position to be talking about it like, yeah, we are aliens, but look where we are. You guys with your ridiculously huge eyes.
It's like a mixtape vibe, you know?
Yeah, it felt like a diss track.
Should we talk about the music a little bit then? First of all, it's a very interesting bass. It's if you listen carefully, it feels like I don't know, maybe just because it was through our earphones, felt like it's restrained. Usually the bass is supposed to feel like in front, but it just feels like it's lying at the back like this, and it's heavy. But the feeling of it's like fearful. Hard to explain. The texture of it feels so like a horror movie or anything.
I see.
Yeah, and it was very interesting that they just kept repeating the same thing. But because of the top line changes, it didn't feel like it. And like you mentioned, all the verses and pre-choruses or even chorus part too, they all somehow don't feel like it's a verse or chorus, or maybe for the pre-chorus, yes, but there's a big feeling that it doesn't make you feel where you are right now as a structure, you know? Like, it feels like, this is the chorus. Yeah, I'm sitting in the chorus. But no, it doesn't feel like that. Like, it's not very obvious. All I can say is that they got great skills on falsettos and really love the J-Hope's pre-chorus part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Love
Amazing.
the auto-tune and the top line too. And sometimes I think the pattern of this album is that they got very interesting vocal mix, not just using just auto-tune, but they use the placement of the vocals differently. Like they use sometimes like doublings or harmonies in different way.
Right.
Like they're very unique.
Yeah. I also thought the drums, or specifically like that snare sound, but it's not exactly a snare.
Yeah.
It's like it kind of rattles. I don't even know how to describe it. It just works with this. We hear it, so we're like, okay, that makes sense. But to come up with it is a different story always. Finding such a sound with this track, because you could have used other snare sounds. You could have used other percussive sounds.
Yeah.
If you've made anything, you would know how difficult it is to find the right source. So yeah, that too I thought is very interesting.
Yeah. And if you listen carefully, the only thing that's standing out is when the beat starts and that gunshot kind of sound.
Right.
Pow! That's the only thing,
Yeah.
and probably the vocal effects kind of thing.
Oh, that was cool too.
On top, but yeah. Otherwise, everything like you mentioned too, even the kick, snare, everything is at the back.
Right.
The bass too.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. Yeah.
So as always, got some lyric stuff that I'll quickly go over. I think it's really important to talk about lyrics before we get to our verdict, because a lot of the messages and the things that we feel are directly connected to the lyrics themselves. So starting with J-Hope's line, 중몰이. 중몰이 comes from 중몰이 장단, which is like this rhythmic cycle with a medium tempo, a term and concept used mostly in Korean folk music. We're talking a lot about Korean folk music and that style whenever we talk about J-Hope's line, which is kind of funny. It is a recurring pattern from this album, aptly named 아리랑. So far, every track we've seen had at least one such term, and this one's no exception. Now, there's another line, from the kana to the ha. And for those of you who have studied Korean at all, you would know that it's referring to the Korean alphabet. Or perhaps a better way to put it is not alphabet, but maybe like it's a syllable order, since it's already a consonant vowel combined form. And then there is a very interesting term that RM uses. He says 흉직되길. It does indeed mean anything bad can eventually turn into good fortune, but it's not strictly good comes from bad, but rather that a bad situation is not the end result. Eventually, the situation will change and can lead to something good. Now, this part I did search up a little bit, but the whole expression apparently comes from Korean fortune-telling 사주 concept, where your fortune shows up as bad, but is interpreted as something very good.
Very good. Like big.
Right. And combining this with RM's verse and the message behind aliens in general, it feels like RM is talking straight to the haters and referring to their attack as something that can't bring them down. And in fact, even those will make them rise
Bigger
above
and-
all and
yeah.
succeed.
Full bloom.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah.
a great line. Following that up is the mention of Kim Gu 선생님, who is a famous leader of Korean independence movement. And I was wondering what this could be referring to. Someone mentioned this in the comments, so I actually got to learn from them. So thank you. The person says the famous Korean activist known as Kpop once desired Korea to become a beautiful nation using the power of culture. Now that BTS are representing Korea, they use this reference. I think, yeah, that makes sense.
Because like they're asking Kim Gu 선생님,
Yeah, pardon
how you
Mr.
feel now.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
So
you
it makes
feel.
sense that that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for pointing that out. Now, near the end, there's an expression when they're doing the outro thing. They say 찍어, which isn't just about like taking photos. It's also used to mean to take something down or to axe something down. Or if I connect it with the next phrase, to put that stamp by slamming it down. So there's different meanings to 찍어. And finally, 헛둘 can be interpreted in different ways, but the one I know is that it's actually and two. One in Korea is hana, and so you'd normally say 하나둘. Hot here isn't exactly a dialect, but a break to start counting from two. Usually it's used for a group of people so that they can be in sync, and we've actually seen this before. Remember that teamwork feel from Hooligan and what I said about Orsu? The entire album isn't just about the haters or the fans or the journey, but simultaneously I feel like it's always a reminder of each and every one of them standing together as a team. BTS, they're back as one. Remember that. That kind of feel, I think, is present throughout pretty much every track we've seen, and I think that's something that isn't as talked about. Always something about the team BTS that they're trying to remind themselves of, and of to the fans and to the haters and to the world, basically, through subtle things like this that you wouldn't catch unless you speak Korean. So that's something I wanted to end on with this one, and something that I really loved. Apart from it being like a clever diss track, I thought there is something positive there as well about the team itself.
And there's also one thing I wanted to talk about. It's a very important line, the chorus B, I guess, or refrain part. They say 뭐든 더 빠르게 시대가 우리를 원해. It says like whatever it is,
Right, whatever. Okay,
the era wants us.
true. Era, the generation, the time.
That's generation, yeah.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than just, everything faster, the time wants us.
Right, it's got more nuance. I think that sort of applies to everything. So do take everything with a grain of salt, because we explain all the major stuff, but there are still minor things that are really brilliant that the translation just doesn't do justice. That's about it for Aliens. The next track on the list is, I assume it's Fire or Fire, unless it's Fia, which I doubt it is. This is another Diplo track. So we're gonna walk in with that frequency, Diplo frequency. Let us know if you have any questions about the things we said in this video. For now, take care. We'll see you in the next one, everybody.
Take care!
Adios.
Eternosem.
Stephanie Klaxon.
Jess.
Michelle.
Kaya.
SC.
It's pretty, please.
Lizzie Strauss.
Gully.
Fire. Flies.
Sen.
Alicia.
Maria.
Julian.
Mew mew.
Maria Maigal.
Nicole. Peppy. Dr. Kudja.